Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I guess we have this to confirm that Meta is now not doing so great. Facebook is collapsing, and Meta is not doing hot either. This is also probably due to the fact that maybe the economy is not doing well and all that. And by the way, Mark Zuckerberg, how much money did you have in that Silicon Valley bank? I'm going to probably think it's a lot. Well, the reason why I'm happy for this is because, well, I'm tired of these big social media companies being in control of our lives for so much. If anything, it would be up to me. I wish all these social media companies would completely collapse, go away out of existence, and maybe get us back to somewhat kind of normalcy. Yeah, that might be great. Obviously, keep the internet, but maybe keep the social media platforms off, huh? That might be a good idea. Meta confirms another 10,000 layoffs after firing 11,000 in November. The Facebook and Instagram parent will also close about 5,000 open roles as part of the top boss Mark Zuckerberg's latest major cost-cutting push. Here's the timeline you should expect. Over the next couple of months, org leaders will announce restructuring plans on focusing on flattening our orgs, canceling lower priority projects, and reducing our hiring rates. Zuckerberg confirmed in a memo titled Update on Meta's Year of Efficiency. Meta shares rose nearly 6% in early trading on the announcement. Investors have had a positive reaction to the company's belt-tightening efforts, with shares surging more than 53% since the start of the year. In February, Zuckerberg proclaimed 2023 Meta's Year of Efficiency and hinted that more cuts were likely. In his memo, Zuckerberg acknowledged that employees will likely find his cost-cutting announcement surprising. At this point, I think we should prepare ourselves for the possibility that this new economic reality will continue for many years, Zuckerberg said. Higher interest rates lead to the economy running leaner, more geopolitical instability leads to more volatility, and increased regulation leads to slower growth and increased cost of innovation, he added. In an SEC filing, Meta said it expects lower year expenses in 2023 of between $86 billion and $92 billion, following the cuts down from previous range of $89 billion to $95 billion. Now, even Mark Zuckerberg is saying that the far left policies or the liberal policies that they're trying to enact are the problem to this, because we all know that the left want heavy regulations on pretty much everything, and the mere fact that that our inflation is actually legitimately a problem for that, and our government is increasing interest rates to lower the inflation. So we're seeing all this in live action, and this is a far left guy, so he knows what's going on here. So that being said, he's seen the writing on the wall, and Joe Biden wants to say that there's not a problem somehow? Huh? Well, Zuckerberg has admitted to the tech giant hired too aggressively during a pandemic-era boom in tech valuations. I don't think that may be the case, but alright. The company had its worst year on record in 2022 as it navigated troubled shift toward costly metaverse technology despite sagging revenue and worsening economic conditions. I think that you expected the company to do super well under the fact that that Meta would grow very big, but what you're seeming to understand that nobody really wants your company or has anything to do with it, so therefore your company is failing. I think that may be the actual cause among some other things as well, but that's just my opinion and my assumption of the matter. As part of its cost-cutting effort, Zuckerberg has also begun an internal process known as flattening to remove layers of middle management at the company. Meta is giving middle managers an ultimatum to either shift to a non-manageable individual contributor role at the company or exit altogether, Bloomberg reported last month. Meta has won several tech giants, including Amazon and Google, parent Alphabet, that have slashed jobs in response to a downturn in the tech sector. Meta and its rivals have faced criticism over the hiring practice given the recent wave of layoffs. Billionaire tech CEO Thomas Sibel is among the vocal critics, stating that the job cuts were a clear indicator that craziness was leaving the tech sector. That companies such as Meta and Google had overhired even though they didn't have jobs for these people. They really were doing nothing, working from home. Well, here's the thing about that. I think part of the reason why that is because California and a lot of these other bigger companies, You gotta have these diversity hires, have this equity and BS stuff, and these people are just hired to fill that goal, to fill that gap that California and Arizona needs. So due to that, they have to fill this quota. They have to fill this thing that is just completely terrible. So they have these people that fit in these quota categories, and they're just left to do nothing. They have to have these people, even though the more valuable people are what's really working. And that's the key point here, is that they have these children pretty much sitting there being babysat, taken care of, giving them some money here and there, and that's it. They have no other higher standards. Well, the other hardworking people that actually keep the company afloat is what's doing the real work here. And they had to fire all those useless people because they were useless and they only fit the, diversity hire. This is the problem with this. When you force companies to do these diversity hires and what have you, you get this, among other things as well. This is not just going on here. Meta gives up on NFTs for Facebook and Instagram. It goes on to say that Meta is winding down its work with NFTs on Facebook and Instagram. Meta Commerce and Fintech lead Stephen Castrillo said in a Twitter thread on Monday, the decision means Meta will end its test of minting and selling NFTs on Instagram, as well as the ability to share NFTs on Instagram and Facebook in the coming weeks. Meta spokesperson Joshua Gunther confirmed in a small email to The Verge, across the company, we're looking closely at what we're prioritized to increase our focus, Castrillo said. We're winding down digital collectibles for now to focus on other ways to support creators, people, and businesses. Instead, the company is focusing on areas where we can make an impact at a scale, like messaging and monetization on Reels and improving on Meta Pay. So that's pretty much what's just going on here. We have this here as well. Facebook owner Meta to cut 10,000 jobs in the second round of layoffs. Again, Facebook parent company slashes 10,000 jobs in its year of efficiency. And we have one other thing in here as well. Meta is developing a decentralized Twitter alternative. Guys, at what point do you start to realize maybe you should stop doing some of these things and maybe, focus on what you have? Again, this is another thing that is going to fail. Nobody's going to go to it, and by all means, it's just sinking more money. I mean, you do you. I mean, go ahead and do it, because that just means you're going to lose more money, you're going to collapse, you're going to fall, and it's all great and good. So please go ahead and do it so you can, not make money, because Twitter wasn't making money already before Musk came in, and Musk just barely, as of recently, made it maybe go potentially even for Twitter. So yeah, I think it's just not doing all that great in that sense. I think it's going to be a lot of bigger issues. So, since Elon Musk took to the helm at the Twitter last year, the company has experienced mass layoffs, paid verification controversies, multiple technical outages, massive revenue losses, and lots of drama. Users experienced data breaches and unpleasant online quarrels with the company's CEO. Well, yeah, and a lot of the mass layoffs have to do with not just the inflation and other economical problems that are coming up, but a lot of the people that were there were useless. They were useless. They were far left activists, which they apparently still have at Twitter, and many other things. So yeah, it's not just like, the economic issues why they had mass layoffs. There's many other things. You gotta take that look as well. And I understand that some of the layoffs at Facebook and Twitter and Meta are due to also inflation problems, but I think it's also due to a lot of other issues as well. People are just not using their services. As a result, millions of users have left Twitter, and some are looking for an alternative to the app that was once hailed as a digital town square, and competitors are looking to create their own digital town square and are capitalizing on the disarray at Twitter. Okay, so yeah, something that's just not, what have you, just not Twitter. But again, I don't see how that's going to do anything, because at the end of the day, you have to get the audience. People are going to have to go to it, and it's just incredibly toxic and what have you. I don't see how that's going to do any good. You're going to have a whole bunch of other issues that I think is going to be heading the way. If Meta is not actually doing super well, then I don't see how Meta and Facebook is not doing super well. I don't see how your next social media company is going to do well when you have to spend a lot of money on that. So good luck, I guess. Well, guys, I guess these social media companies are slowly collapsing and falling. Love to see it. Okay, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care.